Hey there, everybody! Seth here with the Super Boss Adachi showcase and release.
You're really hanging in.
Holy crap, this mod release is way overdue. I hate myself for it. And I also hate myself in that this mod didn't turn out nearly as good as I would have wanted to. He's not as advanced or flashy or intricate. It's partially because this is my first mod for this game, and not knowing what everything does is obviously an issue, but the point is, I've reached the point where I feel like I just need to release him already now that I have access to him again, and just get it over with, rather than remaining stuck up about what could have been. Better something than nothing, stuff like that. Alright, so, first off, among very obvious changes with this beast here, he has 8 Persona cards, just like Margaret does, because why the fuck wouldn't he? This means you can play really, despite Adachi being a very Persona-reliant character, you can play really, reckless with Nagatsu now, because of the 8 Persona cards. Additionally, he has 30,000 HP, which is like 3 times that of, a little over 3 times that of a normal character in this game, because most characters have 9,500, I believe, on memory. So 30,000 HP, that is 5,000 more health than Boss Margaret, even. He can take a massive beating and not kill a clock. He also has an extra jump and an air dash, so he has a triple jump and a double air dash. And an overall 50% movement speed increase, making him just a lot faster all around for walking, dashing, etc., air dashing, all that good stuff. His combo rate is changed to 100, which, I don't know a good way to explain combo rate, so you guys gonna have to Google that one to look up what that does. It's a buff, though. It's a buff, obviously. He is also, similar to Boss Elizabeth, immune to any and all status effects. So if we do Evil Smile with regular Adachi here, which inflicts fear, you'll see that while the sound effect plays, it doesn't inflict no fear. He's immune to fear, shock, rage, all that stuff. You can't status him, just like Boss Elizabeth. So no cheesery going on there.
I'm ready when you
are. I also gave him a neat little aura. He has a shadow character aura. This is a different, the color I'm using is base game, like color 11 or something, but I gave him a shadow character aura, along with a little red trail and after image here to give him some visual flair, make him look cool. You'll also notice that he... Oh, I need to turn off the training mode setting for this. I'm stupid. You'll also see that he spawns in, not just with Nagatsu Mandala like his regular boss form, but he also starts with Heat Riser, too. And additionally, in the off chance that you get Persona broke with your 8 Persona cards, unlike normal, the buffs will not go away if he gets Persona broken. Not that he ever will get Persona broken with 8 cards, probably, but, you know, just throwing that out there. You'll keep your buffs to get Persona broken, unlike normally. Additionally, speaking of the Heat Riser buff, the Heat Riser buff and the Mandala buff have both been significantly enhanced. Well, the Heat Riser buff, not really, actually. Oh, it has in one way, never mind. So the Heat Riser buff, instead of boosting his damage by 10%, just like his normal boss form, it buffs his damage by 150%! Basically giving him, how much damage would that be? Hold on. Editing Seth put it up on the screen, actually. I don't want to distract from the video time anymore. I think it should be like a 2.5 times damage increase. I'm not 100% sure on that, though. It's a lot, though. And instead of getting a 10% defense bonus or a 20% defense bonus from boss form, Super Boss Adachi from his Heat Riser buff gets a whopping 50% damage reduction. Having everything he gets hit by, on top of having 30,000 health, giving him an effective HP total of 45,000. That is fucking insane, and probably way more overkill than I needed it to be. But I opted not to nerf him. Because I'm a psychopath, and because I'm biased because I love Adachi so much. Admittedly. And this also stacks when he gets to Awakening, too, making him take even less damage on lower HP. I don't even imagine how. Hold on, let's see how much damage he takes in one Awakening. Oh, talking too fast for my own good. Let me see here. A full combo did less than 700 damage. That is vile. Mandala has been buffed to have all of the status effects that these persona attacks inflict last 10 seconds, and every persona attack now has an additional debuff applied to it. With persona normals, as you can see, 5C will deal both poison and fear. Persona normals will deal 2 status effects each, and supers will deal 3 status effects each. I would have had it be more, but the limit of status effects you can have inflicted on one character in this game is 3, so... Chances are, given how many persona normals use in your attack, a lot of these status effects will be overriding each other. Also brought over and increased from boss mode is his overall meter gain, being a whole 50... Already, in case you don't already know, Boss Adachi has very absurd meter gain, but what happens when you take that and increase it by another 50%? Well, you get, 77 meter off the Phenomenal combo. And what about, like, an actual route we got here? Oh, 100 meter off of BNB. Sure, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. On top of his ridiculous meter gain, though, he also gets an extra special buff while in Awakening that will... Let's see here. In Awakening, his boosted skills cost no meter. So you can spam SB Gunshot, any boosted special no longer costs meter while in Awakening, and his boosted supers, while they will still consume up to 75 meter. While they consume 75 meter, they can be used with only 50. Allowing you to more easily spam and abuse stuff like SB Atom Smasher, SB Mandala, all your better stuff, all your meter better options basically become free in Awakening. That worked? Oh, that was disgusting. As you can see, that very obnoxious damage potential he has is part of what made making this mod so hard. He just kills you so fast that there's not really any room to implement any stylish new combo routes. And the last of his more passive universal mechanic changes is his dash cancel is quicker. So, not quite enough to get a 5A off of 5B there, but... or a 5C apparently. What was the point of this again? Well, at least you're less like... Oh, there we go. If you get a fatal 5B, you can dash cancel the auto combo. Sure. Okay, now we're going over basically system mechanics and other stuff like that. We can get on to what I did to his actual moves individually. For one thing, I buffed his... They're still pretty redundant, but I buffed his grounded throws to have a, or not even just his grounded throws, his, just his normal throws in general, including his air throw. They have a longer knockdown time, which lets you easily convert into a sweep off of ground throw, giving you a hop loop for free. A big bonus to all of his specials, anyway, is that similarly to Boss U, Adachi can now cancel most of his specials into most of his other specials, so you get crazy stuff like this. Obnoxious. Overall, just a lot of really cool and flashy options opened up off of this. If you can get creative with it anyway. I think in the corner, yeah, in the corner you can get Tackle into Megadola. Like so. Another general boon to basically actually all of his moves, except for supers, the attack level on all of his super attacks has been increased by 1, giving them more priority, more hit stun, more block stun, all that good stuff. Makes them harder to challenge and makes those hits a lot more rewarding. And the last blanket change, more or less, is that all of his Persona normals, except for J2C here, will have Magatsu auto-face the opponent when he begins to attack, which means you can do really weird, stuff like that, I guess. Which I think that works normally, but in more awkward circumstances, you'll be able to do, just generally... I think... Oh, this is normal. Yeah, that's not normal right there. He did not turn around to do Ghastly Wail, I don't think. Okay, first individual move change to cover is his, auto combo. You can actually, mash his auto combo now on whiff. Like so. And this is to basically mimic the stupidity of Dragon Ball FighterZ auto combos that also mash on whiff and generally get really undeserved and stupid hits for you to combo off of. So I figure, you know what, fuck it. Let's let Adachi mash like the Dragon Ball players. JB can be jump cancelled unblocked as if only on hit, and moves Adachi farther with each hit, along with having more hit stun overall. You can see the very noticeable change in distance here. 5C, the base damage of the slam hit has been set back to 838 from being, because it got nerfed in 2.0 for some fucking reason. JC is now also jump cancelable unblocked as if only on hit, and is also dash cancelable both on hit and on block, allowing you to maintain pressure. Oh, that's what the dash canceling was for, so you can actually block string better off of it. Yeah, I see now. Okay, that's what the dash cancel thing was for. Editing's gonna fix that. The recovery for Adachi on 5C has been reduced, so it's not harder to punish him for it on whiff or on block. And additionally, it also has more untechable time on the first hit, additionally has more air untechable time on the first hit, as well as on the final hit, and more hit stun overall on counter hit, which for counter hit you get, shit. On counter hit you get that, which I think you can actually, oh, you can combo to AoA off that. That's disgusting. And with the final hit having more untechable time on the slam, you can more easily convert off of it into like a full thing like that. 2A has been made into a low now because, I mean, look at it, it kind of deserves to be a low. You'll see he doesn't block it standing anymore. Wait, let me try block switching.
You're shitting me.
That's the low now. Similarly to 5C, 2B's base damage was set back to 700 from it being also nerfed in this path for some reason. And it can also cancel into JA or JB off of it, allowing for neat little strings like this. Accidental kill combo, you'll be seeing those a lot. 2C and J2C both inflict silence again on both hits, alongside their poison and fear that they normally do, and they have a longer knockdown, which lets you in the corner get a little more time for potential super follow-ups. On 5D and JD, Adachi's recovery has been cut significantly, allowing him to recover before the beam fires, kind of similar to how Boss U's Super Zeodyne works, where he can move after the beam starts firing. Allowing Adachi to more effectively pressure the opponent, or even combo off the Zeodyne. And he also has a new variant of Zeodyne taken from BB Tag, which is faster and only deals 6 hits, mapped to the command of 4D or J4D. And has some buggy particle effects that I was unable to fix, unfortunately. And applies Shock and Rage, so getting hit by the laser is very bad because you are now set to get hit by unblockables. Another thing carried over from his reign of terror in BB Tag is his 2D and J2D. Adachi recovers a lot faster and Magatsu drops down a lot faster. This move also now hits overhead and inflicts Shock and Rage just like Zeodyne does. And it also has some other kind of buff that gets applied to it from regular boss mode that I don't know what it is though, unfortunately. I can't figure out what it is. But that's present too. And if you get a counter hit, it will counter hit for a full launch combo. Well, unless you fuck it up. His air normals, except for JC, are unchanged, of which JC is now considered an overhead, like it should have been. It is also now jump cancelable and inflicts poison and fear. And similarly to how it used to before they took it away in this version, it will ground slide on counter hit again. Alright, so next up, back to more global functions like Sweep, All-Out Attack, and his DP. Sweep and All-Out Attack have both been given faster startup because Adachis are quite slow in my opinion. Sweep can cancel into Megadola or a combo, and All-Out Attack has more air and technical time to resemble 1.0, where if you hit someone in the air, they'll bounce down on the ground. You can kind of combo them afterwards. His DP has been given an extremely long ground slide on the second hit, allowing you to run up and confirm off of it. Oh, look, a real combo. That sucks. Oh well, there's a lot of fun stuff you can do with that. With his normals and universal attacks all out of the way, we can now get into what I changed about his specials. Starting off with, Walk, or Calm Down. Calm Down on both the A and B versions has Frame 1 projectile invincibility, allowing him to, oh, there's not really a good example I can make out of, Adachi here, but just, oh, I guess he can, hold on. Walk through the beam for a second for a little while.
Something like that.
Like so. It doesn't last forever for the entire walk, but you do get some projectile invincibility. For the SB version, he gets full invincibility. Though with enough active frames, once again, it can be, it can still hit him. Pain in the ass, the tackle follow-up is now jump cancelable on both hit and block, and can be changed into the version of itself on hit. The A version will slide the opponent on counter hit, allowing for easy follow-ups. And the B version... Shit. And the B version is dash cancelable, has only half the recovery on hit, and on counter hit will spin state like the SB version. For easy combos off that as well. And all versions, whether it be A, B, or SB tackle, will all go farther forward than normal, with SB tackle nearly hitting full screen. SB tackle is armored and leaves the opponent much closer to Adachi with more untechable time, and can also be sweep or all-out attack canceled. Like so. Connect, that sucks. Real thing. That was cool. Scared or gunshot. The A version will knock down with more untechable time, and has no dead zone anymore, so if they're too close to Adachi, the shot will track to them and knock them down anyways. Up to its max range. The B version gains the same tracking as the SB version, but doesn't knock down, but you can shoot them from a lot farther with this to harass them. Otherwise, if they're out of range, they'll just shoot them on the spot. And both cause a longer knockdown on counter hit. SB Gunshot will always ground bounce and can reach full screen, making it even more obnoxious than normal. Has more untechable time and a higher bounce with less pushback, letting you more easily get those pickups. Oh, I was gonna make Dola after that. Fuck! That'd be cool. Evil Smile! C and D versions don't whiff on crouchers anymore. I always found that kind of stupid. The C version will summon itself and a skull that is close to Adachi to cover more space, and the D version will summon itself and the C version, giving this a lot more coverage. SB Evil Smile will still track to the opponent, and on top of inflicting fear, will also inflict rage. For, easy money there. Oh, 2C would come up from Adach's position. That sucks. Well, I wonder if, damn. Alright, oh well. Just like in regular boss form, Megadola can now grab through block stun, hit stun, so you can combo into it, or even if they're in the fucking air and within a close enough range. Although normally trying to combo into from regular boss mode is impossible due to not having a high enough launch or long enough hit stun in most cases, but in here with Super Boss Adachi, it's pretty fucking easy given that sweep damage to it. Or a lot of damage. Megadola inflicts shock and silence on successful hit, and has very high same move duration to discourage from looping it more than once, because, before I did that, 2 Megadolas in one combo would result in, a lot of damage. Like, well, even still, let me show you.
This has gone on long. I hate to say this. I hate to say this.
Even still, you get 8.6k off of it, and that was after, like, a huge proration debuff. As for the individual variants, C Megadola has D Megadola's old hitbox, giving it more range. D Megadola gets its throw invincibility sooner, and has even larger range than normal. And the SB version has even more extra range and can be followed up needlessly, similarly to how it can on counter hit. Fuck, I missed. Basically, this is your top tier move to abuse because of how just unbelievably ridiculous it is. Although there's an even better version of it coming up, which is disgusting to think about. With the specials out of the way, though, we now get into our last little block involving supers and some new moves I've given. Actually, let's talk about the new moves first. There's a new special and a new super. We'll talk about the new special right now, and then move on to the super changes. I have given Adachi a new special in the form of 2-2-B, due to not having any better available commands to use at the moment. Adachi will do his, IK win animation complete with the fog effects, and warp behind the opponent on the ground. Rather quickly, I might add. The fog effects are a little botched, with them only being intended to be shown on, like, a full-screen view, but, the warp is quite fast, and you can actually do some neat little shenanigans with it. Ooh, is that actually... Hold on. Oh, let's go! Oh, damn, the gassy whale missed. That's so fucking cool! Yeah, teleport option. This is considered a Persona move, so if he gets Persona broken, he can't use it, but like I said, getting Persona broken with 8 cards, very unlikely. Okay, supers, starting with Atom Smasher. Atom Smasher will apply the 3 stat effects it'll apply from Mandala buff are Fear, Confusion, and Poison. The C version is unchanged. The D versions are fully invincible, and by fully, I mean fully, as in even during recovery, making them completely unpunishable. And the air impeccable time has been doubled, making for easy pickups off of them, additionally. The SB version is even bigger war crime, with 4 extra hits and a more active hitbox on whiff, allowing it to catch roll attempts. And as if that wasn't enough, the recovery on it has been reduced drastically.
I hate to say this.
Which basically makes it absurdly plus on block.
Why not just... I hate to say this.
Heat Riser is back to its former glory of inflicting rage instead of poison like it used to. Why the fuck they made it deal poison on Mandala of all fucking stat effects is beyond me. But it'll deal rage instead of poison now. And the third stat effect it'll deal is confusion, making it deal rage, fear, and confusion all in one. The only change that did to Heat Riser is that the B version, due to being so slow, is now considered unblockable. And the SP version has drastically reduced recovery on both Adachi and Magatsu. Do with that what you will. I've already shown it off a little bit already, but as you probably noticed, Super Boss Adachi can use his Awakening supers, Ghastly Whale, Magatsu, Mandala, without being an Awakening. And they, of course, obviously have gotten some changes themselves too. Mandala is Frame 1 Invincible, which is taken from regular boss mode, but it is now also air unblockable. And has a pulling effect on it, similar to Akihiko's V attacks, meaning it can draw people in from full screen. Recovery on Adachi and Magatsu is reduced on hit. and it inflicts confusion, silence, and shock for its stats effects.
How about this?
B version can basically pull you in for full screen. SB Mandala has an even stronger pulling force and launches straight up into the air with a lot more height.
How about this?
Which I guess in some cases can throw them behind you, apparently. Speaking of that better version of Megadola I talked about, let's get to Ghastly Whale now, which is probably Super Boss Adachi's single strongest asset. Similar to Mandala, it's usable outside of Awakening, and like Megadola, it can grab airborne, hit stun, or block stun enemies, which is once again a normal change. Although actual boss Adachi can combo into that relatively easily compared to Megadola. And the D version for Super Boss Adachi will vacuum people in similarly to how Mogatsu Mandala does, giving the slower grab a lot more range.
How about this?
Although the hitbox is pretty finicky.
How about this? I like that.
It also does ridiculous amounts of damage, as you can see. And in the case they do survive, they will be inflicted with fear, silence, and on the final stab, poison. So you can easily combo into this move with anything. The D version has extended range.
How about this?
And on top of doing basically a TOD on any character, including some boss characters, inflicts the 3 worst stats effects in the game if you somehow survive. If that's not bad enough, the SB version deals even more hits and damage.
How about this? I like that.
Fun fact, that animation Fun fact, that animation sequence I just used is actually taken from an unused Super Ghastly Whale Super that he has in BB Tag. I don't know why it didn't get used, but I sure wish it did. And lastly, for Super Change, we have to talk about his new Super. Now, I actually kind of struggled figuring out a new Super to give Adachi for right now, and because I was running low on ideas at the moment, I only gave him one variant of it, so his new Super is 222A, where Adachi will spin his gun, unleash a massive amount of magnum shots, and then walk up and punch you with a second of his DP before shooting. The final punch kick, as you can see, will inflict negative penalty on the opponent, so while the move doesn't do much damage on its own, it will drastically increase the amount of reward you get off of your next hit. And also, Adachi's supers are all Persona moves, so I wanted to give him a move that is, or rather a super that is something that's just something he does. That doesn't involve Mogatsu. So I figured this was like the best idea that I could think of on short notes for that.
Too bad. Looks like no A+ for you.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Adachi enthusiasts, there's one more move that I need to talk about that I've changed for him. And this is probably the most dastardly of them all. And that move is, in fact, his instant kill. I'll just show it to you and let it speak for itself first.
Let me enjoy. It really is stupid, you know? If you want to play hero, with your friends. Are you satisfied?
Yeah, I'm really sad we can get the good voice set where he does, you act high and mighty. That's my favorite voice line in the game, essentially. But, Adachi's instant kill is a lot faster, unblockable, and unpunishable. It also has 6 times more active frames, so don't bother trying to roll or hop it like you normally would.
It really is stupid,
Little bitches. But because it's faster,
something like this. It really is stupid.
DP into instant kill is a legitimate combo. Have fun. And that about concludes everything for Super Boss Adachi here. As thrilled and happy as I am to finally have been able to mod Persona, because I've been wanting to mod this game for years. It used to be my favorite fighter of all time until this 2.0 update kind of killed it for me with all the balance changes. But, modding Persona's turned out to be a lot harder than I thought it would be. And there are a couple things I wanted to give Adachi that just sadly weren't cooperating, so I had to axe the ideas. I hope maybe one day I can go back and make Super Boss Adachi 2.0 or something, because, well, I don't know. I shouldn't have started modding this game on my main, because now I'm depressed I couldn't make him as cool or flashy or amazing as I wanted to. But for right now, he's certainly quite a monster to play as and deal with. So I don't know if I'll bother modding more Persona, at least not anytime soon, due to how hard it is to balance and other stuff like that. But we'll see. I hope everyone that patiently waited like a year for me to make this is happy and satisfied now that he's out. I want to give you guys my best and really make it fun for you. So, download link for Adachi's in the description below. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for being patient. This video is incredibly scuffed, but I can't wait to see what kind of crazy things people decide to do with Adachi here, hopefully. And, I'll see you guys later.
Hey, what's up? Here's a lesson for you. You act high and mighty, but lose and you're just a loser. I see. Do you understand now?